My name is Tony. I live in Orlando, Florida, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and currently I'm in sales for a technology company.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm a brand manager for a manufacturing company, and I'm from Russia, and I live in Orlando. And we've been dating for 1 year.
At what moment did you realize that you truly loved your significant other?
We had a very interesting circumstance where we went to the water park with our friends, and we both got pink eye from the water park. Nobody else in our group, which was like a good 15, 20 people. And just us. By the way, we didn't go into a lot of water either. We were just kind of sitting and relaxing and whatever. We both get pink eye. I'm supposed to leave out to Vegas to do a trade show, and also hopefully to Burning Man. I had so many plans, and I was packing, pink eye already exacerbating both eyes, by the way. I'm putting on glasses, seeing if I can still go. I look terrible. He also calls me up and says, hey, I also have pink eye in both eyes, feeling terrible. We both go to the doctor. They prescribe us different medications, and I am feeling so bad the morning of my flight that I just cancel everything. I was like, there's no way that I can go. It's a beauty show. I'm not going to show up with pink eye to a beauty show. That would be ridiculous. And also sand and Burning Man, not a good combination. I was like, all right, I'm just going to take some time off and just relax. So he said, well, do you want to be sick together? And I don't know what exactly happened to our eyes, but he invited me over, and he was sick, but he took care of me for an entire 2 weeks. He woke me up with good morning, darling, and wiped my crusty eyes. It was terrible. I looked horrible, and he told me that I'm beautiful. I've never had that before, and I was like, oh my god, I can't see you, but I feel like I love you. And yeah, at that moment I realized, I was like, I am in love with this person. He's taking care of me. He's really funny. Amazing cuddles. Oh
yeah. And for mine would be, so she every year goes to a trip to Kentucky where her and her friends, they rent out houseboats and they stay out on the lake. So so she invited me up for last year, and this is after she barely knew me, only after a couple months, but she's like, you want to go to Kentucky and stay on some houseboats for a week? I was like, hell yeah, I'd love to. So we spent up the few days up there, just beautiful scenery, just shoreline everywhere, mountain passes. So we're out partying with all of our friends, having a great time. And we were sitting up on the top of this cliff, just kind of overwatching everything. We see everybody having fun and jumping off cliffs onto trampolines and diving out of the water, just doing all this fun shit. We're just looking at it. And I was behind her. I was just just enjoying my time with her so well. And that was that one quintessential moment where I was like I do love you as a person and as an individual. And that was actually the first time I told her I love you at that point too. Yeah.
In what way does your significant other love you that you really appreciate?
For me, I know, or I feel really loved when we do silly jokes to each other. And sometimes it's complete nonsense, but for each other, it just makes sense when we do it to each other. If he's, not feeling it, then I immediately know, I'll do something stupid or silly, and he's not responding with that back with that. I'm like, something's wrong. I was like, my spider senses are tingling. But then he also gives me really cute nicknames and just calls me different cute stuff. One of them being Squish. So I know that, I don't know, it just gives me a giddy feeling. It literally feels warm inside whenever I have that with him.
And for me, it's more of we pick up each other's slack, and not in a tax sense, but just in a living sense of if there's anything that I feel I'm not fully dedicating myself to, or I feel I'm kind of falling back behind, she always without even telling her, she's able to recognize that. So if I'm in a mood about work, or if it's something out just whatever the situation might be, she's always able to identify that and then offers things to help fix it. Or if sometimes I just get in a mood and I feel I can't snap out of it, she'll constantly just be trying these small little just cute things of, are you hungry? Do you need this? Is there, just poking the bear a little bit. and she'll just keep trying these like ever like so small little tactics just to kind of like chip away at that exterior and like really trying to like get behind that shield of it. So those things I always really appreciate, because it's always her trying all these different tactics to make sure that I'm happy, which is always, you know, really reaffirming for me.
If you could go back to before you fell in love, what advice would you give yourself about this relationship and love?
You know what? I think it's less of I learned and advice for us as a couple. I think it's advice towards you as a person, so individually for the both of us. I think we've both been in bad relationships, and good and bad, you know, like not necessarily, you know, like you can't judge all of them, you know, but there's a reason why you're no longer with that person. And we took some time on both of our ends to understand who we are as people, what we like, what we don't like, and what we're looking for in a partner. And by assessing ourselves and what we see in a partner, we were able to find those qualities in each other. And that's why we're able to communicate so well and to have like a, you know, like this camaraderie, and like we're like, you know, people say like, oh, best friends, whatever. It's like, no, seriously, like I want to be your best friend before I'm your partner. Mm-hmm. And I think we gave ourselves the time to discover each other and understand each other. And that's why we get along so well, and that's why it works.
We had more of a, I don't want to say unconditional, but we were starting to really get that unconditional love for ourselves first. And then being able to find each other, we're never sacrificing our interests or anything that we find valuable for ourselves personally. We never sacrifice that for each other. If anything else, we're constantly pushing each other toward those goals and toward those aspirations and everything like that. So it's a lot of really being happy with who you are individually, and then really exemplifying that with the person that you're with. That things really help with us in a relationship.
Look into your partner's eyes and tell them why you love them so much. They deserve to hear it.
I love you because you have been able to support me in everything that I do, and in every day I wake up with a stronger urge to pursue what our future life is, and I get more excited every day that you're that person next to me to be able to do it. So I love you, and I appreciate you.
I love you. Pretty much what you said. Every day, you're my rock. You always keep me going and always keep me smiling, and it's just magical having you by my side every day, and just pretty much doing whatever weird stuff that comes to my mind. I'm like, let's do this, and you're just completely up for it, and being my best friend.
Get some crepes and talk to strangers and make a video. Yeah.
Exactly. But you're my ride or die, baby. I love you.
I love the fun energy and humor that Anna and Antonio have between them. It's quite evident that they really enjoy spending time together and just being friends. Now, for the sake of time, I did have to eliminate parts of our conversations, but Anna and Antonio talked about how they know each other well enough to pick up when something isn't right. They will be persistent with one another, but patient, and talk about it, so that they can acknowledge the issue and move past it as a couple. I really, really love that. Another important aspect of our conversation that I appreciated was just how much time and effort Anna and Antonio put into working on themselves and evaluating what works for them. Life's challenges have a way of offering opportunities for growth, but we must recognize those opportunities and choose to invest, even when that is not the easiest route. As a couple, Anna and Antonio support and push one another to achieve their own individual goals, further strengthening their bond and creating more opportunities for one another to celebrate those achievements together. Imagine if Anna and Antonio had found one another but had not done the work it takes to offer the best versions of themselves. Things may not have turned out so well. For their sake, I'm glad it did. Anna and Antonio, I want to say thank you for your patience and your transparency. It really is refreshing, and I'm so glad I had a chance to meet you both. Of course, we were suddenly interrupted and experienced watching a local police helicopter demonstrate its ability to harvest water from the lake behind us ad nauseum, but we had fun with it. Given that it happened though, I'm grateful that I got to be interrupted with you as my guest, because you both have a great sense of humor and not everyone would have been so gracious about it. Thank you. And to our viewers, I want to thank you for watching. Your viewership is important to the success of the channel, so if Anna and Antonio's story resonated with you, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. You can follow the Shared Heart Experiment on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter to stay up to date on video shorts for the latest episodes. Feel free to check out any of my other videos where I walk up to random strangers in public places and ask them intimate questions about their lives. Consider supporting the channel by clicking the link in the description below, where you can shop at my online apparel store, StylyLifeDesigns.com. You'll find t-shirts, hats, and hoodies with positive and uplifting themes to complement your lifestyle. When you shop, know that a portion of the proceeds from anything you buy will help contribute to the creation of more positive content just like this. Real people, real life, and real love. Until next time, I've been Kevin with the Shared Heart Experiment. Be good to each other. Thanks for watching.